Hey team, picking back up with the practical steps on how to stop judging yourself and everyone else. Step 1 was awareness. Bring awareness and get to the root of the judgment. It's not thought you have, there's something underneath it, this underlying judgment. So you want to bring awareness to that, and then...
But we all know that's not real self-love and real progress towards becoming happier. So get to the root of the judgment. The root of that judgment would be something like, wow, I forgive myself for judging myself as superior. Oh, so now I've gone from stupid shoes to, well, I think I'm better than someone. Oh, okay. Maybe I'm not better than anyone. Maybe no one needs to be on a pedestal, and maybe no one's below me. Maybe we're all the same, except for the ways in which we're different. And if someone wanted to judge me, they could judge a lot of things about me. This shirt might be too small. I feel like I'm starting to sweat right now. I just got back from the gym. So what do you want? You know, there's a lot of things that people could say about me, and they would all be true for that person, for where they're coming from. So also think about this in your own life. If you're judging, get to the underlying root of the judgment. Step 2. All of these are important. There's not like, well, this is the most important step. These are all critically important. These are the 3 things you must do if you want to get past judging yourself and everyone else. And remember, there's no getting past it. You're never done. There's always more to see. So I'm always looking joyfully. Step number 2 is forgiveness. Forgiveness. And when I say forgiveness, I mean like a presidential pardon forgiveness. But the good news is you've got unlimited of these to use with and for yourself. But you have to find the judgment. You have to find the root of the judgment. Pull the weed from the root. Don't just clip the top off. We know that doesn't really do any good. You got to pull the root, find the root, become aware of it, pull it, and forgive it. Forgiveness is uprooting the weed of the judgment. You have to forgive it. You have to really forgive yourself. And this is going to be probably new to a lot or most of you. It was new to me when I started doing it a year ago. It felt uncomfortable, kind of like the first time you start going to the gym. You don't really know what you're doing. You're making progress. You're really yes, the analogy to physical training with what I'm talking about fits perfectly. So keep that in mind the whole time we're talking about this stuff. If you've never run a day in your life and you want to train for a marathon, well, you don't start by going out and running 10 miles, do you? And some of the, you're worried about your form and things again, the analogy runs so deep and so perfectly to this stuff, but this is all training that takes place inside your own mind, inside your own life. You get to test it out. You get to see these things for yourself. So, number 2 is forgive it. Forgive yourself. Say those words out loud, if at all possible, or at least say them to yourself. Write it down. Write down your judgments. I am that this person is this. I am that I am behind. I need to have it all figured out. Or I am that I don't make enough money. I am this, that, whatever. And get to the root of that judgment. Then you get to the root of it and you forgive it. You forgive yourself truly, fully, deeply. I forgive myself for judging myself as needing to have it all figured out, as needing to be perfect, as better than anyone. Forgive yourself. And then step 3, plant a new seed. We become aware of the weed. We see the top of the weed. We identify the root of that judgment. We forgive it. We pull that root up, and then we plant a beautiful little seed in its place. So what this looks like for me, a way that I create myself, is no one is deserving of my judgment, least of all me. Everyone is deserving of my love, most of all me. So every time I find myself casting a judgment, because you're never done. There's no done. There's no getting it. There's no getting there. There's always more to see. Boy, we're really sweating. Went to the gym. Sat in the sauna for a bit. And it's warming up in New York now. It's like springtime. So thankfully for you and for me, we're just about done here. So we've got our 3 things. We become aware of the judgment and what the root of the judgment really is. It's not going to be the first thing. It's not that those person's wearing stupid shoes is that you think you're better than someone. And you thinking you're better than someone is the same thing that creates you thinking other people are better than you, and that's the same thing that creates resistance to maybe you getting everything you want. Oh, but I can't. That's only for these people who are so other. Ooh, but that person's shoes are stupid, so I feel a little better about myself. No, all an illusion. All an illusion created by you. Yours truly. You are yours truly. So.
And remember, step 2 is forgiveness. Real, full, complete self-forgiveness.
The third step is to plant the seed. What seed would you like to plant? What would you like to create? What would you like to be true? How would you like to feel? How would you like to see other people? How would you like to see yourself? And create with that, plant that seed. That's gonna feel forced at first. Yes, you just started going to the gym. You just started going on a run. And you're training for a marathon. And you're not training for one marathon, like there's one big race day and then you're done. No, it's a lifetime of marathons. There's no finish line. So be patient and kind with yourself. Remember, that was my tip earlier from 3 things I wish I learned sooner about personal development. And the third and most important one is be patient and kind. So as you're going through this process, as you start to identify more judgments that you have of yourself and others, rule number 1, don't judge yourself for judging. Don't feel guilty about the judgments. It's okay. Everyone does it. Everyone does it. Like I'll do a whole other video on like, what's that all about? I mean, we're human animals. Think about it. Like judgment has played a really crucial role in our survival and us getting to where we are. It's not to say that judgment is bad. Judgment can be useful, right? I mean, you judging whether you should cross the street right now or not, how fast is that car moving? Judgment's not a bad thing, but where is it useful and where is it not useful? In our own lives, when it comes to our happiness, when it comes to believing in ourselves, loving ourselves, connecting with others more deeply, judgment's not very useful. So bring awareness to that, forgive yourself, and plant the new seed on top of it. And remember, you'll never be done. There's no done, there's no getting it, there's no getting there. It's a long journey. I'm gonna be talking about this stuff for the rest of my life, okay? So don't worry, I'm not going anywhere. I'm gonna do a lot more videos on this stuff. So subscribe, like, follow along. Let me know which part of this video resonated with you the most. What was your aha moment, if any? Or maybe you're like, Trevor, this was all garbage, I had nothing. You can write that too in the comments, whatever. It's all good. So subscribe, like, follow along, and I'll see you tomorrow for another daily video. Love you all. Bye.